I'm Randy Couture, playing Toll Road in Expendables 4. I'm playing Toll Road, one of the old original Expendables, and he's an explosive expert. Finally, in Expendables 4, he gets to blow some things up. It's always fun to get the guys back together, and obviously this cast has changed in a different iteration in every single movie. It's gotten bigger. This time it's shrunk down a little bit. And so it's always good to see everybody again. Good to see Dolph again and Jason again, and got a little bit of time with Sly, and it's like old home week. It's like getting the band back together, so to speak. It's always fun. This is the fourth script. Went from Sly writing the first one, directing the first one, starring in the first one. I'm like, when is this guy sleeping? And then obviously Simon West in the second, Patrick Hughes in the third. Now we have Mr. Waugh, and I think it's been interesting to see their different styles. This one is a little bit different because I think we see and have a lot less contact with Sly, and because he's so close to this property from writing the first script, where Scott in this film is there every single day, and it's a lot less of Sly. So it's a little bit different, but I like it. Scott's been great. He's very collaborative. He wants your input. He wants to listen and kind of fashion things the way that feels comfortable for both of us. So, and that's unique. I like that. Every time I get one of these Expendable scripts and I read through it, I'm like, how in the hell are we going to do half of this stuff? It's insane. And we managed to pull it off. I mean, look where we're sitting right now, on the bridge of a ship. The magic is amazing. There's some crazy stuff that happens in this script, in this movie, and I'll be excited to see how it all comes together. And I think a lot of that's going to be memorable. But I think at the end of the day, it's the dynamic with these cast members that people like, and that they're going to gravitate towards one or the other, and it's those one-liners and those things that people really like.
In terms of stunts?
I think I got my first acting job because I was an authentic fighter, and there's a authenticity and a physicality that we as mixed martial artists and Olympic wrestlers have, that we bring to the, not only a built-in audience, a lot of fans watch fighting and wrestling, but also a physicality that you don't find in a lot of other places. And I think that ultimately that's what landed me in films to begin with, and certainly landed me as Toll Road in Expendables 1. Sly loves fighting. He likes a guy that's authentic and can actually execute a bunch of that real technique when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. I'm not sure how many guys I threw around in Expendables 1, but it was a lot. I think a strong bond in these characters is formed and started with the very first script and how it was written. I got to sit down on a couch with Sly Stallone and talk about this character and how he saw the character. He wanted him quoting Nietzsche, a college-educated guy that became a soldier, became a mercenary, talked about his cauliflower ear and all this stuff that was very personal to me. And I think part of the trick in acting is being able to tap into your own personal experience and bring something real to the character, some truth to the character that you're portraying. So getting to go on a rant about my ear in the first movie kind of set the tone for Toll Road for all of the films, and all my college buddies thought it was hilarious. My physical training ramped up about 3 months ago to get ready for this film. I don't think you can walk into a studio with Sylvester Stallone at his age and not bring your A game. If you're walking in there with Dunlops and eating bonbons, you're probably not going to look very good on film standing next to that guy. So you better bring your A game. I did a lot of the same training that I did as a fighter, a lot of body weight exercises. I don't throw a whole bunch of weight around. It's more about just throwing myself around and getting in shape that way. I've lost about 10 pounds over the course of the last 3 months, and leaned up a little bit. Feel like I'm ready, and both conditioning wise and physicality, able to pull off the role of tow road. I think the coolest part about Expendables 4 is the new faces. I'd worked with 50 Cent on a movie, I don't know, 15 years ago. So to be back on camera with him, meeting V and Jacob and Andy Garcia, Tony Jai. I mean, just a whole bunch of new faces and new friends to meet and make, as well as getting back with the guys on the team, the old guys. It's always great to see them and catch up, because we don't, in between, it's been 8 years since the last film. We haven't really got a chance to cross paths too many times in that 8 years. So there's the new and the old, and the kind of a blending of the two is what makes this one really special. It's been really, really nice getting to know Scott and see a different take on telling the story. Sometimes, like, good Lord, how many angles of this scene are we going to shoot? But I appreciate what he's doing. He's also very collaborative. He wants to hear your opinions. If you want to tweak a line or make something fit you a little bit better, he's totally open to that. And I think that synergy really works well with the cast and the director. I think the thing that people love about these films is it's a throwback. It's this old 80s formula for action, and then you bring together some of the biggest names in action film all in the same script. And I think that's what people get so fired up about Expendables movies. I think the theater audience, when they go into theater to see this film, are going to have a jaw-dropping experience. The action, the story, the new characters, the twists. I think there's some pretty good twists in this one that I think people are really going to like. And you think you have it figured out, and then it's going to change. And I think that everybody likes that.